How many rounds can I survive in the lobby of Kino? Here are the rules. I am not allowed to leave the lobby. And I know I don't usually allow this, but gobblegum is allowed. So let's see how long I can survive. I did a video like this a while back where I had to survive 10 rounds in the lobby, and that video blew up, receiving almost 2,000 views. So I decided to do it again, but last as long as possible, and with gobblegum. On round 1, I grabbed Quick Revive, grabbed 100 points from it, and then went around shooting all the zombies 5 or 6 times and then knifed them. I even got insta-kill at a very early round. On round 2, I went for a gobblegum and received Mind Blown, but decided against it. After all, it's only round 2. So I purchased the RK5 as my weapon for the next few rounds. At least I don't have to swap my weapon every round. With one click of a button, I'm fine. On round 3, I went for another gobblegum and received Perkaholic, which is pretty self-explanatory. I think I went a little too overboard with the gobblegum. Oh well. After all, it's not breaking the rules. My goal is just to survive, and that's what I'm doing. On round 4, I went for another gobblegum and got Aftertaste, which lets me keep my perks when I become revived, but also I decided against that too. I'll be fine. Practically all of my shots are insta-kills because of this perk called Deadshot. It was Hellhound round on round 5, and before the dogs came, I spun the gobblegum machine and received Alchemical Antithesis, which lets me get ammo for points. I, again, did not need this. Think y'all scare me? On round 6, I spun the gobblegum machine to receive Immolation Liquidation. Now this is where the game starts getting interesting. I can now spawn fire sales upon my command. However, I only spawned one at a time so I don't waste my uses. The first couple tries with the box weren't too bad as I got the Weevil and the XM53, and Death Machine, which wasted the rest of the fire sale. On round 7, I spawned another fire sale, and when I hit the box, I got the worst LMG ever, the Gorgon. This weapon is very high in damage, but very slow. I don't know, I'm not a fan. So I did what everyone would have done. I swapped it and received the VMP, and for my third gun, I got the Mana War. When you pair this gun with double tap, it becomes more amazing than it already is. Great damage and very low recoil makes it an awesome weapon, so I obviously kept that too. Now that I have some pretty decent weapons, it's time to just survive. Now I know what you're thinking, this is gonna be a boring video, he's got all the perks and good guns, he'll live forever. Well then think again. You gotta remember, even though I seem unstoppable with 8 perks and 3 weapons, I'm in a very small room with hardly any space to escape. And not to mention, all of the weapons I'm using will be unpack-punched since the machine is on the other side of the wall, and I have no gobblegum that can pack-punch my weapons. So please, keep on watching, and while you're at it, please subscribe. Round 8 was pretty short when a nuke came by. Don't worry, it'll get interesting. One thing I noticed when doing this challenge was that these rounds were super short, probably because I have OP weapons on early rounds. Y'all decided to try again, I see? Cute. Real cute. I love how every shot is just headshots. That's probably why these rounds are so short. That and Death Machine. On round 12, I decided to spawn Fire Sale to trade in the VMP. It's too unstable to get headshots with. After 3 attempts, my third gun was the Ray Gun Mark II. Now we're talking. But I'm gonna save it for extreme situations. I kinda underestimated the Mana War as they aren't even making it close to me. On round 14, I grabbed another gobblegum receiving Immolation Liquidation again so I could trade in the Weevil. As I said on last video, it's extremely weak and would screw me over at this point. On my second attempt at the box, I received the RPK, which I would have been fine with until I traded in my ray gun on accident. This is why I don't like Death Machines sometimes. And I didn't even get to use the ray gun. So I decided to spawn another fire sale to try to get it back. I was then stuck with the ICR for Hellhounds on round 15. Now don't get me wrong, the ICR is amazing. However, I don't get a lot of ammo with this. So I decided to trade it in on round 16. Once again, on my third attempt, I got my ray gun back. Good, because I would have been screwed without it, as things are becoming more serious. I can't even describe the stress I was put in at this point. I'm so thankful for Widow's Wine and the ray gun. After experiencing what I just experienced, I decided to spin the gobblegum machine for Mind Blown so that way it wouldn't happen again. Time for another insane moment that actually turned out bad for me. I spun the gobblegum machine to try to get my perks back, which I did. Man, I'm so lucky. But unfortunately for me, I realized I lost my ray gun yet again. I just want a ray gun, man. Well, hopefully I'll have better luck this time. As a matter of fact, I did, as I received the thunder gun. Look who's screwed now. I'm gonna try to get him in groups so I don't waste my blasts. For Hellhounds on round 20, I went for the mystery box to try to replace my RPK as I need more agility. Yet again, my wish was granted, but I still used the mana ore for this round. A little tip for the thunder guns. At the end of Hellhound rounds, if the magazine is less than 2 or 4, depending on if your weapon is pack punched or not, empty the magazine so you can get the full amount of ammo. However, don't if your stockpile is at 0. On round 21, I decided to keep my thunder gun out for most of the time because I almost died again. Once there were just a few zombies left, I took out the Galil to finish them off. On round 22, I went for a Gobblegum and received Mind Blown again. I decided to use the Mind Blown here and it worked very well. I'm so glad I had a thunder gun for this moment. These Hellhounds just never get any tougher, I swear. On round 25, I kept making these close calls until I messed up bad. This is what I get for being cool. At least Death Machine understands my pain. On round 26, I was trying to get my perks back, but it was too late, so I was blocked into this corner. Hey, at least I had Instaco with me. Clearly I'm a noob as I completely forgot that upgrades had a time limit and perks don't last forever. So I died. So I survived 26 rounds in the lobby of Kino. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as there's no reason not to, so please subscribe. Also comment what my next challenge should be. I might also start doing these challenges in Call of Duty World War II, so if you want to see that, let me know. Thanks for watching everybody, please stay creative.